Hey everybody, I'm back. Just want to check in and say hello. I'm wondering what we should talk about today. Should we talk about, let's see, what's a good topic to talk about? I've got so many, I don't know where to start. What I would like for you, honestly, to do, I know I'm a new channel and I don't really have any subscribers. What I would like for you to do is to just tell me a topic that you'd like to talk about, and we can talk about your topic. But just quickly, have you guys ever had an experience with an angel? I mean, a real experience with an angel? I have, and it was really, really super interesting. So I am going to share that story, what happened, and I'm going to do it pretty quick. So I don't really like I don't like long videos yet. But we were going out to our 5 acres, which was about 26 miles away, out in the country, and there's a highway, and it was called Bloody 13. And there was a really bad curve and a hill. At the bottom of that hill, and on the curve, there was a car that was flipped up on a bank, and there was a lady in front of us, and she had just stopped, and we were 20 seconds behind her, so we stopped. And got out, and we had our two sons in the back of the truck, not in the back of the truck, but in the back seat of the truck. And I had told him, I said, listen, run up to the top of that hill and stop traffic, because, it's pretty bad. This is a bad accident. There's a girl that's pinned under the car. There was a tire right here on her shoulder. So I knew that I had to get that off, and the lady that had stopped was a lot older lady, probably 60-something, and this was 15 years ago. So he ran up there. I began to lift the car up underneath the bumper, and the bumper even came loose, and I was struggling. And I told the lady, I said, as soon as I get it up, just to even barely pull her out. And so the next thing I know, there was no cars. I mean, there was cars coming down the hill still yet, because my ex-husband hadn't made it up there yet. But there was people driving by, and I was like screaming, help! But the next thing I know, there's a guy, a really super clean-cut guy, that was literally right there beside me, lifting the car up, and I'm like, okay, we got to get this car off the girl. And we did. We lifted it up, and the other lady pulled her out, and then this guy walked up to the driver, who was slumped over, had a gob of blood and mucus and sinus, whatever. I'd say it was 6 to 8 inches long out of his nose. And I was like, oh my God, he's gurgling, and I thought, oh God, he's dying. And this man said something to him, not very friendly, but said something to him, and you could smell the alcohol in his blood. Oh my God, not the angel, but this guy that was dying. And he said something to him, called him by name, and then he walked over and he spoke to the girl and called her by name, and real tenderly spoke with her and said, everything will be okay. And the next thing I know, the cops are there, and the paramedics, the helicopters are there, but he was gone. He was just gone. There was no vehicle he was in. He was just gone. And the police were like, was there more involved in the wreck? And I was like, no. I mean, nobody could get out on the passenger side. It was crammed up against the embankment. So I just couldn't see how anybody else could get out and just run off. I mean, I guess they could have, but it couldn't have been that angel because every hair was in place. He was super clean cut, shirt tucked in, nice pants. There was no way he was involved in that accident. But they life flighted both of them. They both survived, but the girl had to have major surgery. Well, I'm sure he did too, but we knew somebody that knew the mother of the daughter, and she did have to have major surgery, like on her stomach. I guess her internal organs were pretty messed up, and so thank God. But thank God for the angel. That's one experience I had. I had another one, not near as exciting as this one, but we'll talk about it another time. But I just wanted to tell you guys that because I just think it's an awesome story. Have a good night.